Warning. This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
What's going on? I'm your man, Scoots Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
And this is the Viewers Anonymous podcast. What's going on with you, brother?
Man, listen, I'm about to steal one of your phrases. I'm on cloud nine, man. I'm feeling good, man.
Watch out now.
Man, I'm feeling good, man. You know what I'm saying? Just I don't know. It's a lot of shit going right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm feeling good, excited about the new pod. It's gonna be coming out next week.
Yep.
You know, I got up with the guy Casey, man. We actually we're gonna get together, man, this weekend and work on some music, man. I got some shit in mind, man. So you know, me and Casey gonna get together, work on some music and everything. But I'm feeling good, man. Feeling great. How about yourself?
Man, I'm feeling ecstatic. You know what I'm saying? We back podding. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like that feeling. Got a little slight congestion problem, but outside of that, I'm good.
Yeah, man. Hey, everybody have our days, man. You know what I'm saying? We get bit by the bug, but you know, hey, but I will say this though. I ain't being funny.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, man, you boy been feeling good, man, since I got the COVID shot, man. I mean, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I've been feeling real good, man. I ain't even gonna front.
Just been out here just, you know what I'm saying, living La Vida Loca, huh?
Yeah, man, yeah. And I heard first off, and like y'all did a great pod, man.
Appreciate it.
On First Class Podcast. Shout out to E.
Yeah,
and the whole First Class crew over there, man. It was a great podcast. It was fun to listen to, and I appreciate you bringing me up. Even shouted out, you know what I'm saying, state championship.
Man, I gotta and it's always love, man. When you know what I'm saying, when we connect with E. Me and E go way back, so you know what I'm saying, that's my brother, man. So you know what I'm saying, he asked me to come on and jump on the pod. I was like, yeah, I'm on my way.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Everybody need to go check that out.
That's the thing about it. Like, it's always fun. It ain't never like, you know what I'm saying, because he try to, you know what I'm saying, like throw some thoughtful stuff in there every now and then. But like for the most part, like he don't be really, you know what I'm saying, like on it too bad about where the conversation go. He kind of let everything flow the way it flows. So to me, man, that always make a great pod. So yeah, it's always dope.
Yeah, man, most definitely, man. And I gotta tell you. Your boy. Now I went to the casino. Remember you talked about it on the pod.
Yeah.
And I gave myself a limit. I said, "Yo, $40. That's it." Like,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't. When it comes down to like, yeah, man. Listen, I don't. I'm lucky. I don't have any like addiction habits. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can stop myself from some shit. I was like, "Yo, $40. That's it. I'm gonna see what I can do." I won $11 and I ended up using that shit. So it was just like that was it. Your boy didn't hit it big, nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but you know that was my first time ever going to a casino. So
really?
Yeah, man. I've never been to one before. So you know what I'm saying? It was alright.
You enjoyed it though, right?
Yeah. It was cool, man. It was cool. They had a lot of COVID protocols in there. You know, you had to keep your mask on the whole time. You know, they had obviously they had hand sanitizer all over the place. You know, a lot of fingers touching shit. So other than that, man, it was cool, man. I was able to look. We've been busy, yo. You know what I'm saying? I did a pod with Jamar. You know what I'm saying? JD Oracle. You know what I'm saying?
That was the audience for that one. I was definitely.
Oh yeah.
That one for sure.
Yeah. You was giving him a hard time, man. He was.
Yeah, y'all held it down, man. Y'all held it down.
Yeah, man, that was definitely fun, man. That was just for me to get my feet wet. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready for this pod that's coming out on the 15th. So that was fun, man. That was fun. So he also saying that he's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, a part of the 4-3 podcast, man. But this is great, man. It's like everybody on the team is like coming together, man, as far as those podcasters, man. This is gonna be great, man. I'm really excited to get the 4-3 started.
Big time, man. Like, listen. And the dope part about it is that everybody got some type of sports background. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying, we just a bunch of people who just watch all day and, you know what I'm saying, never actually been on a field. You know what I'm saying? Some of us went further than others, but of course, you know what I'm saying, we all was actually involved in the sport. So I think that's what really makes that's what's really gonna make this podcast special.
Man, most definitely, man, most definitely. But sadly, man, we gotta start with some bad news. We lost an actor, man. You know, they got in the game pretty late, but his impact was he had a very huge impact to come in the game as late as he did, man. We lost Michael K. Williams. You know, a lot of people know him. He's most famous for Omar on The Wire, which I wasn't hip to The Wire when it was on. I got hip to it later on, and I was able to binge watch all of it. And The Wire is a lot of people consider it like HBO's like best show. You know, I don't know if I would go that far.
Right.
It was a good show, but you know, but he was the the special thing about him. I was able to hear a lot about him actually because I listened to Ebro in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the producers on the show, Shawnee, him and Michael K. Williams worked together a lot in the community. So they was like they also partnered up in this one thing that would help that was helping a lot of people in Brooklyn. And they was talking about how Michael K. Williams was always in the streets, being an activist, you know, helping Brooklyn out as far as, you know, getting kids things that they need, um, working with politicians, all types of shit. Like I didn't know he was involved in a lot of shit and like hands on involved with a lot of shit. And for him to be like that type of dude, and then I mean, look, you gotta mention it for a dude, a dark skinned dude with a
Mm-hmm.
huge ass scar on his face.
Mm-hmm.
As far as Omar, like it's like I, you know, that kind of in a way
It
fits with
makes
that
sense.
role.
Yeah.
But for him to be on what Boardwalk Empire, for him to be in Now You See Me, not Now You See Me, Now You See Us. Well, when you see us, that
Mm-hmm.
was Ava DuVernay's joint on the Central Park Five.
Man, he
Um,
done been on. Listen, this dude done been on Law and Order,
yep.
CSI. Um, he done been in movies like 12 Years a Slave. He done been in video games like Battlefield. He was in the new RoboCop. He was in the Purge. You know what I'm saying? Like he got some joints, but what people don't know, a lot of people don't know, and they actually starting to find out is that, you know what I'm saying, he was in music videos doing choreography.
Hmm.
So you know what I'm saying, that go all the way back to 1994.
Yeah, he was a very, very talented dude, man. And
Yeah.
I actually heard the story. It was years ago, but he was on some radio show, and somebody asked him about the scar,
Hmm.
and he was like, basically, I don't remember it completely, but basically, he was like leaving a bar or something. Dudes tried to rob him. Well, I think they did rob him, and he was just like, man, dude had a razor.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Slice his whole face from his forehead all the way down, like basically like past his nose.
Hmm.
And he talked about like how many stitches he had to get and all that type stuff. But like to have a scar like that and how Hollywood want everybody to be perfect, man. Just think about all the women that don't eat or you know what I'm saying? Like they got this thing of like you only can look one way.
Hmm.
And for this dude to be able to have the career that he has had, you know, with that, what some people would call a blemish, but you know, some people wouldn't call it that. I mean, I didn't. I mean, look, man, shit happens in life. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody
Right.
plan to get robbed outside the damn bar and somebody slice your face. But I don't think that should prohibit you from getting work. But I just thought that for a guy to be in the streets the way that he was, how much he wanted to help people, how
Hmm.
much he was involved in Brooklyn and New York, and still to be from Brooklyn and still live in Brooklyn.
Right.
You know that dude, man. He had even though he was an older guy, he had a bright future, man. I mean, just think about the role that he played in Lovecraft Country.
Yeah, I forgot about Lovecraft Country too. Like, listen, he was. It sucks, you know what I'm saying, hearing this news too, because you know they about to actually start back up. So, um, they were supposed to do a deal. I believe it was with Netflix or might have been Hulu. One of them. They're supposed to be doing a deal with them to restart because they lost the contract with HBO.
Hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? That was going to be, you know what I'm saying, something that everybody was already looking forward to. Um, and unfortunately, with his passing, you know what I'm saying, now we don't get the, you know what I'm saying, the opportunity to see that character in another season if it just so happens that it goes through. But, man, the truth of the matter is like he seemed like one of those guys who he could be a chameleon in any room. You know what I'm saying? He could be amongst everybody from the hood, or you know what I'm saying, he could be up there with all the conservative people too and still be able to move around. Um I remember he did a video or like a short clip, or I don't know if it was a commercial or what, but I remember seeing it on YouTube where he was basically talking about being typecasted, but he was basically playing every person that was in the room. So it was different versions of him in character, and he was basically like having a conversation amongst himself, you know what I'm saying, as these characters about being typecasted. And it was just a brilliant piece. The fact that he could, you know what I'm saying, come up with that and had those monologues and had that dialogue, of course, not with himself really, but with himself. Um, I just thought that was just a brilliant thing for him to do, and that just kind of showed you his range. Even him being on Lovecraft Country playing a father to, you know what I'm saying, like another older black dude. Like you actually got to see his age in that show. Usually he ain't playing the 50-something-year-old man. He playing somebody a little bit younger. And he don't look 50-something either. So, you know what I'm saying, he could play them younger roles too, around like them 30, 40 year old ranges. So I mean, it was just good just to see him, you know what I'm saying, be able to share his gift with us.
Man, most definitely. And he also played, he played a father in the 50s and Now You See Us as well. But for him to, for his first like big break, to play a gay dude as Omar in The Wire and
Mm.
also play a gay dude in Lovecraft Country,
Yep.
like some people will be like, nah, I ain't doing that shit. I ain't doing that shit. But it's like for him to be comfortable with himself,
Hmm.
to go out and do those type of roles,
He a
because
true artist.
everybody won't do it.
Yeah, he a true artist.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, a lot this shit is art. At the end of the day, and he took his craft serious. He took his social work serious.
Right.
It sucks, man. Like I mean, there's a lot of speculation out there going around that supposedly um drugs was involved.
Yeah.
And the only thing I say on that, I thought that Joe Nim did a great job on saying that.
Oh man, they did an amazing job today, giving
Yeah,
that.
they
That
they
was
need
wow.
yeah they need to change the wording, because a lot of these people don't know if it's fentanyl in this stuff. Like a lot of people don't know that stuff is in there. So I don't think it should be called an overdose. If you're just doing regular drugs, or you thinking that it's regular drugs, remember yesterday was the 3 year anniversary that we lost Mac. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Mac Miller. Now, they found out later that his shit was laced, and they actually arrested the dude that sold those drugs to Mac Miller and prosecuted him. So if it's one of those type of situations, you know, these people need to be tracked down that's cutting this coke with this fentanyl stuff, man, because it's dangerous, man, and it's taking a lot. It's taking a lot of our people, man.
But they showed the amount of fentanyl it takes just for somebody to have a lethal dose of it, and like they compared it to a penny, and it was like
Mhm.
it looked like particles. So just imagine like if they really putting a lot of that shit in there, like if that's if what they shown, compared to a penny was a lethal dose, and then you know what I'm saying, they mixing it with the cocaine and everything else. Like, yeah, it's gonna get to the point to where it's a problem. And to me, it's like, you hear these stories about how Hollywood is and the people in Hollywood and the things that they do, but it sucks that that's what they lead the story with, you know what I'm saying, instead of
Mm-hmm.
going back and remembering who they were as a person, who they were as a, you know what I'm saying, an actor and a professional. You got to hear about how, you know what I'm saying, unfortunately they got a drug problem first. And you know what I'm saying, now that's going to hang over their legacy because every time it's getting mentioned in the media, that's what they're going to bring up.
This is true. This is true. But we do a TV movie podcast. Um, and this was a huge loss in the game. So,
Big time.
we had to speak about it.
Big time. So, rest in peace to Michael K. Williams, born November, what I say, 22nd, 1966, and passed on September 6th, 2001. Let's give him a moment of silence. Yeah. So, man, you hate to start off the pod on the somber note, bro, but you know what I'm saying. That's definitely necessary, bro. We got to show love to our greats, because they definitely ain't gonna do it.
Yep, it's true.
So, yeah, man. Today we doing the first movie that Jason Momoa never took his shirt off in.
Great transition.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? My man kept his shirt on through the whole movie. Proud of him. We doing Sweet Girl, man. Came out in 2000. Well, came out this year. Movie on Netflix. It's about a husband who loses a husband and a daughter who loses his wife and her mom to cancer, due to big pharma playing games and government, you know what I'm saying, making moves. A whole bunch of corrupt nonsense going on in the corporations. He vows to take revenge. However, he ends up passing, and the daughter takes the mantle. And listen, that this is the best plot twist I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie. I got.
I
I
told you.
got, bro.
I
Cause
told you.
okay, so the scene where, you know what I'm saying, he meeting up with the dude after, you know what I'm saying, after the mom passes or whatever, he meeting up with the dude on the train, they talking and everything like that. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying, he about to get some information, like he about to make something happen. And then, you know what I'm saying, like he came up and shanked the reporter dude, and I was like, oh snap. So you know what I'm saying, they get to fighting and everything. Um And then when he got kicked out he got stabbed too, and then he got kicked out the window, and I seen him die. So I'm like, oh man, like this nigga dead, bro. Like, so she got to do this. So my initial thought was, there's no way in the world this 90-pound girl is about to go around thrashing everybody. There's no way this is impossible. And so, you know what I'm saying, we get into it. She in there training or whatever. She was about to take my guy out who was, you know what I'm saying, sparring with her. She had him in the Cobra clutch. My man couldn't do nothing. He tapping, you know what I'm saying? The trainer had to break it up. And then next thing you know, you just see Jason Momoa pop up. I'm like, oh shit, he lived. So I was like, all right, cool. And then yeah, from there on I was got. I've been hoaxed.
Hey, I was hoaxed as well, man. Like the first time I saw it, because I'm thinking, like, it didn't even occur to me that he passed. I was like, okay, he got stabbed. Maybe he passed out. So, like, you mentioned the scene of her training and about to take the dude out that was sparring with her, and then he pops up, and she was like, oh, I've been waiting on you. It's like, oh, okay. So they ambulance must have came, patched him up. It was one stab wound. So, I mean, now it was a fatal one, but at the time you're thinking, oh, okay, so the ambulance saved him. And I remember the one scene that got me. Okay, well, I'll get there in a second. But the one scene that got me was when she called the FBI lady,
Mm-hmm.
and the FBI lady's like, yo, can you get a burner? You know, give me a call, boom, 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 all that type of shit. So her and her dad, Ray, you know, he's out there shooting a gun and stuff. So she goes and calls the cop, and she was like, "You're in charge." You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Mhm.
the fuck? You know, and you're not thinking nothing of it. You just like,
Yeah.
you know, I just didn't get why she, you know, wanted her to say, you know, you say that you were in charge. You
Mm.
know, I didn't pay it any attention. And then when they hit you with that plot twist, you was like, oh shit,
Man,
that's
like,
what the fuck she meant. And like the trauma that she went through by losing her mom to cancer, the way that she lost her mom, which we'll get to
yeah.
that, and then losing her dad, the way that she lost her dad, like you gotta think there's gotta be some kind of psychological shit going on with you to deal with that type
Big
shit.
time.
And I'm thinking she probably played. What do you think she played? Like 16, 17? Because I just looked it up. She turned 20 this year. I don't think she was 20 in this
She was
movie.
18.
So she was 18. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, with her being an 18-year-old, dealing with the death of her parents, the way that she lost her parents,
Right.
some people cope like that where there's this thing going on in their head that, yo, like, no, you're still here. You know what I'm saying? Like, because she's talking to him like, yo, you don't have to do this. Like, I told you not to do this. Now we got to do this. And it's like she's putting the blame on a dead person because those two deaths happening the way that they happened. Like, I think that was the only way she could cope with it, by saying that her dad is with her and he's the one that's making these decisions.
100%. Yeah, man. Like, to me, um, I I enjoyed this. Excuse me. I enjoyed this movie 1,000% because first off, it throws you for two loops. So when it first starts off, like you said, they on the roof, she yelling, you know, say you in control, and then it goes back. It's like 2 years before or something like that, and then you just see, you know, what I'm saying the relationship with the mom and everything else, and then they in there talking with the mom after they done had this, you know, what I'm saying, this wild conversation about how this, you know, what I'm saying, this pharmaceutical company is basically going to end up canceling everything out after they, you know, so after the doctor has been, you know, saying basically recommending this specific, you know, some drug for them, and then, you know, they laying there, they singing, and then she just died, and it's just like, oh shit,
Yo, that got me.
yo, you
I ain't gonna
cried?
front. Hey, I teared up. I
Okay, I
teared
did.
up.
Go lie to you.
Hey,
Oh, that's sick.
dude, to see, I mean, number one, like, it was where it kind of started, where, like, you know, because I don't know if everybody do this, but like I get so engulfed in the movie, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get emotional sometimes. I get attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was already kind of getting attached to Ray because just the love that he showed for his wife, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So that kind of got me. And then when he asked the nurse, like, hey, my wife's supposed to start this new medication. She's like, you have to talk to the doctor. So he walks up on him and he's like, yo, like, what's up with this medication? He was like, I sadly got to tell you that they took it off the shelf, you know, indefinitely.
Man, that's
And he
crazy.
was like, you told me that, you know, my wife was going to get this. And he was like, I got to pass this message on to 3 other families, and
Right.
2 of them are kids. And it's like the news just got worse. It was like, how can you, like, after that, there's nothing else you can say, because it's like, oh shit, like there's 2 kids dying of cancer that you was going to give the medicine to as well, and now,
Literally.
you know, so that started like the feeling. And then when she was laying with her mom and singing and she dies, and look, dude, I did not know. Look, you've been watching. See, you obviously see more stuff with Jason Momoa in than I have, but I didn't know his range.
What are you trying to say, brother?
I'm just saying, like, you know, you're a huge fan of Aquaman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen it, but you know, it was to me, you know, it's good, but you know. and then like you watch and see.
Oh yeah,
I,
of course.
and like so for
Killing.
me, I I just when it comes to Jason Momoa, it's just like there's dudes who now look. The Rock came and just completely shut shit down. Like The Rock jumped in movies and he's killing it. But we've seen Stone Cold Steve Austin is cool. You know what I'm saying? He's cool. He's not a great actor, but he's doing all right at it. Uh, John Cena, he's starting to look better. But I never seen
The Rock.
a wrestler.
The Rock.
There was a few movies where The Rock got emotional, but not like this though.
Didn't he get it? Didn't he cry in San Andreas?
I think he probably cried more in like Gridiron Gang. You know what I'm saying? Because his mom died in
he cried
Gridiron
in
Gang.
Central Intelligence with Kevin Hart.
Come on, man. Come on, man. But no, like, dude, that was like, I was like, yo, this dude is a real actor because that shit got me.
Okay.
Like the way he was walking up and down that hallway.
I was just about to say something about that. That's the only beef I got with the movie. They had a WWE moment when he was crying and walking, and then like he's so big and clunky, bro. Like just the way he walked, it looked like he was walking as a wrestler. Like
don't do that, man.
He walked like a 7-foot wrestler, bro.
Hey, this is true. I should not be laughing right now, but you are right. He was walking like he was walking. He was walking like he was walking to the ring.
Yeah, I was gonna message you like, bro, why is he walking like this, bro? But yeah, that's somebody got to make a meme out of that. That is hilarious,
dude. That was not you was not supposed to be thinking about that at that moment.
Come on, bro.
But I was
until I seen him do it,
dude. I was genuinely surprised. I was like, wow, like I didn't know he had this type of range.
Well, that's why I said you got to get hip to see, man. Like and see, he gives you a little bit of something like all that. So. Yeah, he dope enough to do it, man.
That's what's up. So yeah, like that. But hey, we got to get into it, man. We got to tackle the tough issues on this pod, man.
What's up, bro?
These pharmaceutical companies, man. These politicians.
They trash. They are absolutely trash. So you mean to tell me my wife is dying of cancer? I done sold everything that I got except my boots on my feet, man. Like literally, they ain't got nothing else. They done mortgaged the apartment somehow. Like they done leased the car to another family. All kind of stuff is going on in this thing, bro. They giving up everything that they got, and then here you go. You tell them that not only is the medicine you prescribed them or tried to get them to go with in the first place is going to be off the shelf. The next medicine that's coming up is skyrocketing in the price. That's sick.
Dude. And then the medicine was 86% productive.
Yeah,
you know what
that's
I'm saying?
Sick, bro.
And then now, if you have to say what's a little cheesy, is the fact of CNN pops up, and the dude that's the head of the pharmaceutical company is on TV talking to this politician lady.
Right.
And he is the second caller to call a different show.
Oh man.
So that was a little cheesy, but at the same time, it's like, yo, you say your name, and then you make a threat on live TV. If my wife dies, it's gonna be your funeral. Come on, man.
Hey, bro, that was you talking about bold. Let me tell you something. Old girl, she hopped up and said, "Okay, let's take another caller." So fast, I'm like, "Hey, like, okay, I'm with it. Let's see if he up to the challenge."
Dude, that shit was crazy. But I wanted to stay where we were, man. Like I when it comes to the last scene, how what's that motherfucking name? So Rachel's a goddamn assassin. Like she
apparently.
Like, hey, but what I do love is the fact that they show her training, so it didn't make it seem like this came out of nowhere.
Man, listen, I don't care if she was training. She probably a good solid 100 pounds on a good day, bro. There's no way she flipping all these dudes around. She kicking all these dudes with power. Like, ain't no way she doing all of this.
I I get it, but we seeing a lot of movies, girls kicking ass, man. It
That's
only
true.
be like $110. Like we got
Yes,
a new one We got a new one coming out this Friday
yes,
that I'm waiting for.
yes, we do.
But for her to, I mean, come on, man. Like, why? I mean, I understand that there is a knife to your neck, and you just an older lady. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Amy. Yo, I used to watch Judge and Amy back in the day. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? With Amy Brenneman in it. But anyway, so if they want you to admit something, you gotta believe that they're recording you. Like, if
That was my only beef too. Like, well, I ain't gonna say my only beef, but that was another beef too. Like, that was too obvious, bro. Like, you knew when she walked in with the phone up what she was doing.
well, she
I
didn't have
think
the phone up. She had but the phone was in her pocket.
no, it wasn't. She put the
It
phone up.
wasn't.
Yeah, she
The
put the
phone was in
phone
her
up.
hand.
Like, she walked in looking at the phone. She said, "I could call the FBI right now," and then she put it
That
up.
is right.
And then old girl was talking crazy, and then next thing you know, she gave her the you know what I'm saying sweet chin music to the chest, and then that's when shit changed.
Man, listen. So she admits that she put the hit out on her dad
Yep.
and that other guy, in that she says that the politician with the most money wins.
Mhm.
Okay. So what's fucked up about it is she go on CNN killing dude that's the head of that pharmaceutical company.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, after her mom dies and her dad dies, she partners up with the dude.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are dirty, yo. Like we know they dirty, but I mean dirty in the way of like y'all are they just fucked up, man.
They
I
don't
mean,
care
even
about nobody, bro. Like they don't really care about people's lives.
like it's what that's one thing I did like about the movie, is that the fact of people have to realize how dirty some of these politicians and pretty much all these pharmaceutical companies are.
Mhm.
I thought that was a really good message to go along with the movie, because with her admitting the things that she done, now they did say she got arrested at the end of the movie or whatnot, and she was able to fly off. But I guess that it was great for her to get this relationship with the fine ass FBI agent. But
Man.
for them to for them to get this, because she kind of felt away, because I think that she was smart enough to realize, like, yo, this girl actually believes that her and her dad is going around and doing this shit, and she's doing this shit herself. So obviously the FBI agent is thinking she's going through some mental things right now.
Now that was also smart of her to call the FBI agent and tell her that,
Yes.
because that had the FBI agent thinking that it was him too. So that was even brilliant within itself. I was actually shocked at that. Like I had to go back and think about that. Like damn, she was talking to the FBI agent this whole time. You know what I'm saying? Basically having them thinking that her dad was doing everything.
But I think they knew that her dad was dead though.
Nah, remember because she was sitting there talking to her partner, and she was like, "I'm what did she say? She said something about it makes me want to protect her, that she's going through all of this." So
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if she was talking about the parents' death or the stuff that she's doing.
See, I took it as the way that I took it when she made that statement.
Hmm.
I took it as she feels bad for her because, yeah, number one, that she lost, in my eyes, that she lost both of her parents,
Right.
and the way she's coping with it is to go after this pharmaceutical company. And I don't think that she knew that she was going after the politician at the time. I think that she, like, it was evident that she was going after the pharmaceutical company, but for
Hmm.
her to say that, yo, I can't get my dad to stop doing this, and I'm thinking she's thinking like, yo, your dad is dead, so think, like in your mind, you and your dad is doing this, but you're doing this shit solo. And I think that's why she said, "Yo, say that you're in charge," because I
Right.
think she was trying to get her to realize, like, "Yo, you're doing this shit on your own. Like, your dad is dead." Like,
Yeah.
but the way she's coping with it with her in her mind is that her dad is with her every step of the way. Like,
Right.
she's in the car arguing with herself,
Mm-hmm.
like, like saying, like, "Yo, I'm going with you." He's like, "Get out of the car." And she was like, "No, I'm going with like who the fuck you talking to?" You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen, that whole dynamic in itself is, I think it was a brilliant way to be able to um, tell a story without telling the story. You know what I'm saying? Like they was able to use him to do all these action scenes and everything because, like I said, there's no way that it was gonna look right with her actually doing all this action stuff, like falling out the car. I mean, falling out the window onto the car and like
That's
all
the
this
one
other stuff.
shit. That's the one shit that got me. It's like,
Yeah, I'm
how in the
like, bro,
fuck did she throw
she's
that?
too little for that. She way too little. Really, she way too little for all of this. Like they could have really just picked her up by her waist and tossed her if they wanted to, bro. Like that's how small she was. She wasn't no big girl. So the fact that they had Jason Momoa doing all of these things, and it was throwing me off because I'm like, yo, why is Jason Momoa getting his ass whooped like this? But after you find out the plot twist that it's really her, you like, oh, now it all makes sense. Um, I actually want to talk about real quick though my favorite character in all of this, the Hitman. What did you
Of
think about?
course,
What
of
did you think
course,
about?
of course he would be. Nah, I thought that
Because it was that was a genius. That was really a genius antagonist to have, though.
it was, and I love the story that he told because it makes a whole bunch of sense now
Hmm.
that it was Rachel that he was talking to.
Exactly.
Because when he told the story about, I think he said he was in Romania or wherever he was
Mhm.
at, and he was like, in the whole village got attacked or whatever, and his parents died.
Yeah.
That was the way he coped with it by basically becoming a hitman.
Right.
She lost both of her parents, and she basically turned somewhat into a hitman.
Yep.
So it makes like when you actually see the twist, that shit makes more sense. But he also at the same time wasn't showing, even though she was 18, I'm not showing you no sympathy. And she was
Right.
smart to go in there while the cops was in there, so he couldn't make no moves on her right there. So he was
Hmm.
just like, "Yo, I see you in Pittsburgh."
Yo,
So
listen.
that was dope.
His that was so smooth, bro. That was so smooth, bro. Like the his whole play in the whole movie and to begin with, for him to pop up out of nowhere with his entrance and you know what I'm saying, stab the reporter, kill the reporter, kill Jason Momoa, and then turn around, you don't see him at all, and then next thing you know, you just see him coming up out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying, getting in contact with somebody, and then next thing you know, he going back to finish the job, and then you know what I'm saying, he killed the shy dude, and then once he killed the shy dude, you know what I'm saying, like he get to chasing after her, and then like them meeting up. I mean, it's just like it. This was the best version of a formidable opponent that you could ever have as an antagonist in the action movie because it wasn't like he was overpowering. It wasn't like he was super extra. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't this dude that could be unbeatable, and then at the end they finally get to find a way to kill him. It's none of that. It's literally this dude who he knows what's going on throughout this whole thing. He knows exactly who he's after. You know what I'm saying? And then the fact that you know what I'm saying he has so much faith in himself to even tell her who his employer was.
Hmm.
Like you know how hardcore you got to be like, oh, you looking for my employer? Her name's Diana Morgan. Don't worry about it. You won't even be able to get to see her by the time I'm done with you. Like by the time you even see a Diana Morgan in real life, I'm ending you. And then like you know what I'm saying, finding her at the rally, and then you know what I'm saying, them actually having that final battle, and you know what I'm saying, her really getting the best of him because you know what I'm saying, he really killed her at first, or he almost killed her at first, and then you know what I'm saying, that schizophrenia kicked in, and her other personality popped up. My thing with that too, that knife was sitting right there. She ain't grabbed that knife fast enough.
True, but the way I looked at that scene when he had her under the water,
Yeah.
I remember my track coach used to always tell us, because if I had to say what my best running event was,
Mhm.
it was the 400 meters,
Okay.
right? So for the people that don't know, the 400 meters is the whole track, and the 400 meters is the full out sprint. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's not no you jog. Now you have a fast sprint, but that last 100 yards, it's that last gear, you know. And he used to always tell us, you're gonna have a second wind to kick in, and we
Right.
never knew what that meant. We're like, what you mean a second wind? Like, what the fuck is that?
Right.
And it's like it only happened to me once. It only happened to me once. It was in the Junior Olympics, and like, dude, I think I was 13 or 14 years old. I'm running 400 meters. I'm going, and dude, I'm getting tired. Like I can feel it.
Yeah.
I get to about where the 200 meters is, the second 200 meters.
Mhm.
And I could feel it. I was like, yo, I'm slowing up around this curve. And then I don't know what happened. Just all of a sudden, I wasn't tired no more.
Oh
And
man.
I kicked in that next one. Won that shit, got the gold medal. And it's like, damn, that's what he been talking about. That's what the
Mhm.
second win is. I
Mhm.
thought that's what it was. Because for her to be under that water as long as she was, and for him to be choking her out, and then she looks dead, and then all of a sudden she just, and then, you know what I'm saying, pops up and then kills my dude. I was like, yo, she got her second win.
Yeah.
Like,
That was
but
different.
yeah, that was different, man. But I mean, I told you beforehand, I said, yo, I feel like this is gonna be a movie that you would enjoy.
Yeah. I I
And
I, I really did.
because I put this on the list without you even saying it. I didn't mean to bully the list, but I knew I was like, yo, once you see this shit, you'll
Yeah.
feel it.
Well, see, I was hearing good reviews about it anyway because my mom said that it was good. So you know what I'm saying, like, um, and then I was hearing everybody else talk about it too. Like, this. Listen, Jason Momoa, man, these last, I'm trying to think, the last 4 or 5 projects I seen him in, dude, don't miss.
Yeah, he picks his roles really good.
Yeah, he
I'm
don't
not mad at I'm
miss.
not mad at what he's doing. And like, dude, these wrestling dudes, I'm telling you, uh, I told you before, I'm
That's
not a
the crazy
huge
part. He
John
ain't even
Cena.
wrestling.
Well, not no more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he ain't
Like,
even
why go
wrestling.
back?
Like,
Why
yeah,
go back?
like you know what I'm
Like,
saying. The Rock, same thing with the Rock. Like he ain't even a wrestler no more, bro. Like that's dope. Same
it
thing, like
is
you said,
though.
same thing with John Cena too. Like the fact that they can leave that, because I mean, they what they initially doing in the first place is already acting when they wrestling. But the fact that
Yeah,
they could take that and transition it into something that's, you know what I'm saying, a level up and actually, you know what I'm saying, find range and you know what I'm saying, do multiple things, um, in that acting vein, like that's dope, bro.
it is, man. It's like was okay. So let me ask you this. Let's say you're an actor, right? Like, let's say you knew when you was, I don't know, 13 years old, you wanted to
Yeah,
be an actor, right? So you go into
I
drama.
I've been in a few commercials in my lifetime, so yeah, I'm somewhat of an
Okay,
actor.
that's what's up. So didn't know that. Like, you find out something new every day, people.
Every day, man.
So you go into drama, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get into Juilliard. That's the whole plan, all this type shit. And then you see rappers come in the game.
Hmm.
They doing their thing, and then they jump over to acting. They getting roles. Then you see wrestlers.
Right.
They doing their wrestling thing, and then they jump over and they getting these roles. How would you feel as an actor who been taking drama for all these years? You know, you go to Juilliard and all this type shit, and then they come up, pop up on the scene, and they winning out here.
I wouldn't necessarily say that they winning. I mean, they get used for a few roles here and there, but I mean, like to me, like the only one you really seen that actually had a lead role was like what Ti. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then in a major movie at that, like, well, Outkast they did Idlewild, but like that, I think that was
It,
like part of their own production.
but
But
you know who you skipping? Dude, you skipped over the legends. You skipped over LL. You
Oh,
skipped
see,
over Queen
I
Latifah.
I'm not going there yet. I'm not going there yet.
Okay, okay, okay,
I'm just let me land. But
okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like as far as a major production, you know what I'm saying? Like T.I., you know what I'm saying? Recently we haven't really even been seeing rappers and you know what I'm saying, like wrestlers or other entertainers come into that space and really garner a lot of success. But like just like you were saying, you know, in the '90s you had guys like LL Cool J, you had guys like Ice T, you had Queen Latifah. Um, I'm trying to think who else was. I mean, you had Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a bunch of people who, you know what I'm saying, was able to transition from one. I hate to use a sports analogy, but from one sport to another. Um, and so giving them, you know what I'm saying, giving them those opportunities, I think that what ended up happening was you actually created better actors from that. Because even in '90s hip hop, as much as a lot of people try not to give it, you know what I'm saying, and admit to it, a lot of them was playing characters too. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Tupac wasn't a thug, but he played a hell of a thug, you know what I'm saying, on stage at a rap concert. So, you know what I'm saying, they did a lot of that, giving him, you know what I'm saying, thug roles. You know what I'm saying? Also, he was a cop.
Yep.
Tupac didn't fuck with the
Gridlock.
police. Yeah, he ain't fuck with the
And
police.
gang related.
Yeah, but he did a great job doing it. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? And I know he ain't never delivered no mail. So you know what I'm saying? Like you got I mean, I'm just saying, like, you just gotta give these guys credit for what they doing, man. Like LL Cool J, you know, even though um to me I think he plays the same character in every role he gets, he still does a great job. To me, I think the most successful one is Ice T. To me, Ice T is like the pinnacle, bro. Like, there's nobody who's done better than Ice T as far as the rap game goes. Ice Cube is in there somewhere too, but Ice T is the man, bro. I'm telling you. I'm
I
talking
would
about from breaking. He was in breaking, performing. Then next thing you know, he was in like a couple other movies, and then boom, out of nowhere, my man is on what is it, Law and Order? Like,
yeah,
come
SB
on, bro. One
SBU.
of the longest running shows. Like, come on, bro. He,
I,
he's
I
the
feel
he's the he's at God level at this point.
I feel you, but I would go Ice Cube for the simple fact of he got his own production and Cube Vision. Like
Okay,
he
okay,
he he is the pretty much the producer and the writer of a lot of his movies.
true. That is true.
So
And
I,
he's had some great movies with some great people, man. Like Mike Epps, Kevin Hart. Yeah.
Chris Tucker, like he and then Ice Cube brought a lot of people in the game. So
Mm-hmm.
I would have to go. I would have to go him. I only bring that up because
About Flavor Flav, bro.
man, get out of here, man.
Don't do that.
Um,
No, no, don't do that, bro. Flavor Flav had probably one of the most impactful moments in television history. If it wasn't for Flavor Flav, we would have never got reality TV to where it's supposed to be today. Think about it.
I would. This is why I would disagree because from what I remember, what
Mm-hmm.
one of the first reality TV shows was
The real world.
Real World.
Yeah, but it wasn't shit like Flavor of Love though. It
It
wasn't
it was it
nothing.
was
The Bachelor and the Bachelorette wasn't nothing like Flavor of Love.
in that sense, yeah, of like someone trying to find love. But like I think that the Real World with you just taking a bunch of people, and then I hate to admit this, dude. I hated this fucking show.
What?
Jersey Shore. I
Jersey
fucking
Shore was
hated that shit.
Jersey Shore was cool. Don't get me wrong. Like I ain't really watch it too much, but I understood the audience that it garnered. But Flavor of Love, bro. I hate reality TV, but I love Flavor of Love, bro.
And
I
that gave New
love
York
that
a
show.
whole show.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was so many spinoffs off of that, bro. Like trust me, he put some people on the map. He put Delicious on the map. He put New York on the map. He put Boots on the map. He put Hoops on the map. He put Bucky. He put I forgot what the white lady's name was,
With
Pumpkin or whatever her name was,
Bridgerton.
something like that, bro.
Yeah.
This man made stars, bro. If it wasn't for Flavor Flav, New York would never be a name except for a city. That's all I'm saying.
I feel you there. The impact was strong. I just thought that the impact that the real world had in the beginning, it was just like you just taking a bunch of people who ain't really like quote unquote famous,
Right.
and then you make them a name. But I will say this: what the wrestling scene is giving us is giving us new and more action stars because with Stone Cold Steve Austin coming in and he had a couple of movies. I mean, really the only movie that I really seen him in. I mean, he wasn't the star or he wasn't the man in this movie.
Right.
But he was in The Longest Yard. You know what I'm saying? With Adam
I thought Steve
Sandler and
Austin
them.
was in that one movie where he was getting hunted.
Yeah, I think it was called Hunt. I think.
I don't remember what it was called.
But he was a little on the older
I
side,
just know
but
he was
he
getting
gave you
hunted.
some. Yeah, and he was giving you some action stuff. The Rock initially when he came in, he was basically an action star, and he turned himself into a serious actor. John Cena came in as an action guy, and
Turned himself into a comedian.
exactly.
But
So
that's what he was at WWE. He came out when John Cena first came out. He was the white rapper dude. People forget about that. Remember, he used to come out and rap all the time.
well, I don't remember that because I was out of wrestling around that time. Like when I was watching it, like I told you, only time I used to watch wrestling was with my dad, and like that was the time of the Undertaker, Booker T,
No,
Sting.
that was John Cena.
Dude, John Cena had to come a little bit after that because when I was watching that, like, I mean, I was in middle school, like when I used to sit down with my dad and actually watch this stuff.
Okay.
And then like once I got to high school, I was like, Dad, I'm not watching what you watching.
Yeah,
You know what
like,
I'm saying? I got shit to do. But I bring all that up to say Jason Momoa is killing it. Like he is killing it, man.
I'm just
I
glad
think
he kept the shirt on, bro. I told you that. I was so happy to see that.
yeah, because like it starts to become like a gimmick, like when you always showing your body because you fit. Even though he was quote unquote a fighter, you know what I'm saying? Because he was working at the gym and he was training his daughter and it showed him hitting the bag and all that type shit. So but I mean the dude is so fucking big. It's like, yo, you gotta show us some kind of working out, man, for you to be this big. Like when he stepped to that doctor, dude,
Yeah.
like, hey, but I felt bad for the doctor, but I was like, damn, he just towers over this dude.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it was great to see that one scene, man. Even though you made fun of him walking like he's walking to the stage, but like, but what I was thinking when I saw that though was the fact of a lot of men don't like crying in front of people, and it was like so he's walking through the hospital like seemed like he was trying to find a private place.
Yeah, he just
and then and then he ran into some people walking down the hall, so he turned down the other way, and then he sees some more people, so he turns the other way, and then he finally finds the hallway. And what I do like about what they did in that scene was there wasn't no violence.
Right.
He didn't punch a wall.
Right.
He didn't, you know what I'm saying? Because usually they show that aggression tears where you just want to hit something or hurt somebody. Like he turned it into a real emotional moment and he just dropped to his knees and it was just like because I was waiting for him to punch the wall. I was like, he's about to damage this hospital.
I feel like I'm glad they didn't do that though, because that would have been too cliche. It'd been way too
True.
cliche. Like he get to throwing stuff around, breaking stuff. Wasn't nobody in there gonna be able to stop him because he like 6'8", 240, and come on, man, just get out of there. Just go cry. I thought that was pretty dope. To, for people to see him crying like that.
I do too.
And
man.
listen, I don't think that anything that he does at this point he needs to do to get more women, but that definitely like upped his score.
Man, you ain't lying, man. Because now they're like, oh my God, he's emotional too.
Oh, he's so crying over, oh no. And I'm telling you, bro, I'm sure every movie theater flooded at that moment.
Well, if it would have hit one. Nah, but like,
Yeah.
yo, like, look, Netflix got another one, man.
Yeah.
You know, every time, it's like every time you get down on Netflix, because like they have like these little periods where like 2 months go by and be like, y'all ain't coming with no heat,
Oh
and
yeah,
it's
that's
like,
how I found Velocipaster.
why you always gotta bring that shit up, man?
Cause man, that's the greatest worst movie in history.
I mean, okay,
You seen it?
I seen it. I
Come
seen it.
on, man, give it to. That's the
Um,
greatest worst movie in history.
yeah, the greatest word. Yeah, I give you that. I
If
give you
you
that.
ever anybody out there listening, if you ever want a good laugh, you know what I'm saying. If you smoke reefer or you know what I'm saying, you indulge in alcohol, whichever one, get your vice together, sit back. You know what I'm saying, get in a nice little dark room, turn on Velocipaster. You will laugh your ass off.
That movie was stupid,
That movie
man.
was amazing, bro.
But
The CGI in it was the CGI in it was awesome, bro.
oh man, oh you stupid. But yeah, man, they came with another one, man. They didn't disappoint.
Right.
But I'm telling you, man, like they got some more shit on the way, man. Like we saw, I text you in a thing. You know, the old guard too. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? They working on that right now.
Mm-hmm.
They got this new movie. We just talked about her the other week. No, I talked about her the other week. When I did All About Nina.
Okay.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Like she got this new movie Cake coming out.
Yeah.
So
September
that
5th.
thing, yeah, that look like that's gonna be good. So Netflix, man, I'm telling you, man. Like,
Heck, man.
oh, I got a question for you. Okay, so you can only have two streaming services.
Oh,
What are you taking? You only can have two.
that's easy. HBO Max and Netflix.
You know, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
Is
HBO Max and Netflix. Listen, HBO Max got the regular show on there. They got me.
because what I was struggling with. The one thing that I was struggling with was Hulu. But the only reason I say that is because you could do add-ons.
Hmm. But
You know what
see,
I'm saying?
I don't worry about that because like 9 times out of 10, like really when I'm even watching Netflix, like unless you recommend something to me or my mom or somebody else recommend something to me, I'm watching the documentary 9 times out of 10. So like even on HBO Max, if it wasn't for wait a minute. Oh no, wait a minute. I'm tripping. Oh, I'm tripping big time. I don't know now. I
What you
forgot
forgot
about
about
Disney Plus.
Amazon Prime?
No, I forgot about Disney Plus. God damn.
See what I'm saying? That shit is hard, yo. It's
Okay. I'm
hard.
I'm gonna stick with my guns. I'm gonna say HBO Max and Netflix. But listen, a hard third place, bro, for Disney Plus. I'm telling you. And I really want to say 1A, 1B, and then a hard second to Disney Plus. But yeah, Disney Plus is that one. They got some joints on there.
So I heard somebody talking about that today, and I was
Mhm.
like, damn, that's a good ass question. I was like, I gotta ask my guy that question.
Yeah, man.
So
You said you was going with HBO Max and Netflix too?
yeah, I mean at the end of the day, but the thing is, if we're considering everything,
Yeah.
if we're considering everything, I would have to go because see, I'm doing the cheat code thing right now.
Okay.
If I had to, it would be Netflix and Hulu. The reason why is because you can add HBO, you can add Showtime and all that shit, but also sports. You know what I'm saying? You can watch sports on Hulu.
Hulu got kind of live sports.
Well, it depends on what plan you got.
Yeah, that should be behind. So like you
So
talking to somebody and they already scored the touchdown by the time you got yeah, they got live sports.
exactly. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, I fucks with this movie, man. Sweet girl. So
Hey man, that's a horrible question for you to be asking people. I just want to let you know that because now you got me thinking about all the shows I'm gonna miss. Like I'm thinking like, man, if I give up Hulu, bro, I ain't gonna be able to watch. You know what I'm saying? What We Do in the Shadows. I ain't gonna be able to watch Lil Dicky's show, Dave. Like, bro, so much stuff I'm gonna be missing, bro. I ain't gonna be able to watch What If without Disney Plus. Like, bro, it's all bad, bro.
It is
Then I
all
don't.
bad.
Then I can't even get the early access to the new Marvel movies either. Oh, that's sick. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hey, it's a
I
tough
wanna
ass
I
question.
wanna go back so bad, but I don't know, bro.
Yeah, man. I just had to hit you with it, man. I heard it today. I was like, oh shit. I said, let me ask him this shit.
Yeah, that was a good one, man. So Fire Flame time, bro. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's get it.
Yoga fire. Yoga flame.
All right, so for me, I enjoyed this movie 100%. The twists in the movie were amazing. It was dope to see Jason Momoa doing this thing in this, even though he really wasn't even in the movie for real. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole purpose of it. I thought that was fire. I'm telling you, that plot twist got me, bro. The chick that played Rachel, she did a hell of a job in this movie. I thought that she did real good, even though a lot of it really wasn't her, or we didn't see a lot of her. But just knowing that, you know what I'm saying, that fight scene at the end, she did great in that. Um, Her, you know what I'm saying, dealing with her dad and, you know what I'm saying, like dealing with showing those emotions that she would have had to go through. I thought that was real good. The Hitman, of course, like I said, I thought his character was super dope. He ended up being my favorite character in the movie. The storyline was real good. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things that everybody can kind of connect with. It's not something that's like a foreign concept to a lot of people. Even if, you know what I'm saying, like you don't know anybody that went through cancer, everybody knows somebody that went through some type of situation with a hospital or, you know what I'm saying, dealing with the government or anything like that. So, you know, everybody can relate to that. I'm gonna give it a 4, man.
That's what's up, man. Look, you said a lot of the things that I was gonna say, man, because it really relates with everybody. Cancer, first of all, cancer sucks. But then, like you said, a lot of people have dealt with it, so you can relate with it. Relate with it. You can relate with people not trusting the government, not liking the government, how much these pharmaceutical companies is fucking people over.
Yeah,
I thought that was a great concept. The twist was mad crazy, man. Because when it hit me, what I loved about the twist was the fact of they went back and showed you
hmm
Rachel doing this stuff. Like 'cause the movie shows you Jason Momoa doing it, and then they go back and they show you all the scenes where it
that
was actually
that,
her
that
doing
car
it.
that car fall, bro. That's the only thing
Yeah,
I was
that car
wrong.
fall, and it even looked fake. Like
Yeah,
it like
how
they
high
paused and
the
then like they hit
pole,
the
all
cars.
that.
It was
Yeah,
crazy. But but no, but it was dope for them to show that damn man, unanimous four, man.
yeah.
I got to give it a four myself, man.
Good job, man. Good job, brother. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. So let's get into this coming soon.
Coming soon. Coming soon.
So I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm excited about this one. I am excited about this one. This was probably the finest woman of the '90s. It's a lot of
Shit.
arguments. It's a lot of people that
Yeah.
want to argue and say, you know what I'm saying, they don't know and all this other. Let me tell you something. No woman was finer than Halle Berry in the '90s.
Man, Halle Berry still fine.
Yes, she definitely is.
Still fine.
When she was in John Wick, I was like, yeah, I end up liking dogs because of her.
Hey, people, we got a appreciation episode coming up.
Yes,
Y'all know we pick an actor or a producer or a director every month. We give somebody their flowers, and we're doing Holly Berry, man. And like, but people don't understand and realize it's like, yo, when you see her IMDb page,
listen. Never forget, she was Samuel L. Jackson's crackhead girlfriend.
dude, she played a crackhead before in Losing
No,
Isaiah, my guy.
no, listen. But she was Samuel Jackson's crackhead girlfriend. When Gator was dancing, she was there. Just know that.
Yeah,
So she been
yeah.
doing her thing for a
Like,
long time.
and people do not realize how well rounded she is.
Literally.
Like,
Literally.
but we definitely gonna talk about it this Friday. So,
And you already know we got to talk about the most infamous scene in all movie history.
man, we're not doing this,
Swordfish.
man.
Yes, we are, bro. We
We're not
got to
doing.
talk
I
about the
already know
swordfish
what you're
scene.
talking about.
You know
Oh,
how
you talking
much
about
they cost?
swordfish?
Yeah, you know how much they cost?
Dude, you know what I thought you were talking about?
No, I'm not talking about that. I don't even mention that.
Okay,
We would never give Billy that credit, bro.
Yo,
We'll never give Billy that credit. You hear me?
hey, that's when Eric Benet left, man.
I would have left too. Meanwhile, Diddy in there locked up, and she, blasphemy. Anyway, we got to talk about it though, bro. We got to talk about it eventually. But that's not what I'm talking about. The swordfish scene, the most infamous scene in all of the world, bro. You know how long people was waiting to see them,
Man,
and they was multi-million dollars.
dude, that was the only reason why I even watched Swordfish because I heard they said this is the first time you gonna see them.
Yes, the most expensive boobies in Hollywood, bro.
And then you get a glimpse. But
Perfect.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we giving her flowers, man, here in a couple of days. So be looking out for the episodes. It's gonna be coming soon.
For sure, man. Yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. We definitely appreciate it. We will be seeing you guys Friday. Make sure you follow me at Scoots Bronson on Twitter, Scoots Bronson _TV on Instagram. Check out my other podcast, 15 Minutes of Fame. Also, make sure to pre-subscribe to the 43 Pod. You can follow us on Twitter at 43_pod, or you can follow us on Instagram at official 43 Pod. Also, follow the Viewers Anonymous page at View9Pod on Instagram, and I believe it's Viewers Anonymous on Twitter. Hold on.
No, oh yeah, the new Twitter handle. Oh yeah, shit.
Wait a minute, I got you. It's View9Pod on Twitter too. Dope. So we made that happen. Yeah. So it's View9Pod on Instagram, View9Pod on Twitter. Make sure you go follow. Make sure you go support. Also Facebook VA Pod Watch Group. You can definitely get on there as well if you use Facebook. And that's it, man. We just be putting these things out.
Yes, sir. Y'all can follow me at s.foster8 on Instagram and Twitter. Same handles. At 28 minutes or less pod. That is on Instagram. 28 minutes or less on Facebook. The last episode I got out on 28 minutes or less is just a little preview of us. Well, really, it's really the announcement episode of the 4-3 and things that you can expect there. And me also showing appreciation to you as well for going into the second venture that we got started going together. So, you know what I'm saying? I had to give you a shout out there. So, but I'm thinking I got something in mind for a new episode. So just be on the lookout for 28 minutes or less as well.
Okay, then. Also, man, shout out to my homeboy Easy Carter, man, for First Class Podcast, and Funny Guy James as well. And shout out to JD Oracle, man, from the the red shirt, the athletic red shirt pod too.
Yeah, that was the pod I jumped on there with him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shout out to JD Oracle, man. That's our guy. You know what I'm saying? We call him Jamar. The world knows him as JD Oracle because apparently this man he got the vision, bro. And I ain't gonna lie to you, he was talking like he was on SportsCenter.
Yeah,
that boy got talent, man. That boy got real talent. So
that he do, man. That he do. So I'm not mad at it at all, man. I love the work that he's putting in. I love the growth that he got going, and how he always, you know what I'm saying, reach back. You know, he tried to get both of us on a pod one day, but we both that was the day you was on First Class.
Yep.
So, you know, that wasn't able to work out. But for him to, you know, to be doing this stuff. He got big interviews coming up for him to be like, yo, like y'all the guys, y'all part of the team. You know what I'm saying? Want y'all come and do a pod with me and all that type stuff. And you know, he said that he was gonna jump on the 4-3 with us as well. So real good dude, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. So yeah, man, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for tuning in as always. I think I said that twice, but that's cool. We're just gonna roll with it. See you guys Friday. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hitting them subscribe buttons. Make sure y'all sharing the podcast, retweet everything, resend everything, repost everything. We definitely appreciate it. But yeah, like they said, Hollywood, man, that's a wrap.
Cut.